How has being a dad informed your decision-making process in the creation of Modari toy cars?
All right, I'll tell you, it formed it very, very solidly, I guess. I have a 16, 18, 20-year-old kids now, so I've been actively playing with them forever. I noticed my 16-year-old playing with a toy car that I had designed that was really made for like a 5-year-old, and he was just kind of playing. All of a sudden he's making jumps and stuff, and I thought, you know, he's 16, he wants to play, and there's nothing cool out there. So that's kind of the start. It's like, build something that an older kid would strive to drive. So, and then the other aspect is they build all these Lego models. They're totally into it, and they build them, and I literally would say, that's really cool, can I touch it? And they would say, no, no, and they put it up on the shelf, don't touch it. And so we wanted to make something super durable that once you build it, it wouldn't come apart.
For me, the big thing was, first of all, this is something that lasted. I hate throwing toys away. I used to take my kids to the dump, and I'd make them go to the dump. They're like, Dad, not again. We know what you're gonna say. And I'd get them up there and I'd say, look at everything here. At some point, everything here was someone's treasure. Like, now it's at the dump. Like, so I like toys that last and stuff, and that you can kind of get new play value out of. I don't like something that there's one use for. And so for me, the big attraction of this was that it's something that's super fun, that the kids that lasts because it's durable, but also that they come up with their own uses for. That was a big thing for me. And we collected Hot Wheels when we were a kid. We collect them, and then we go out in dirt piles and dig with them and stuff. So we wanted to make something that you could do that with.
Yeah, my kids had a bucket of Hot Wheels. You go, wow, this is cool, and they toss it in the bucket with the rest of them. You know, it's like, but don't you want to play with it? You know, so we wanted to completely change the whole paradigm, in that you're playing with the car. You have to play with the car. You have to touch it.
The scale of the car was made from a 10-year-old's pocket.
Literally.
So that the kids could stuff it in their pocket and play with it.
Take it with them.
Given that Modari is a toy car company, do you have a plan to stay gender neutral? How will you market toy cars to girls?
Good question. The poster up here behind me, I don't know if you can see it, is actually my daughter, and she was 25% of girls, their favorite toy is a car. 75% of boys, but 25% of girls, that's a big number. And Brian tried to design all the colors so that they were gender neutral enough that girls would like them too. We have some designs for some hot looking girl cars, you know, that are, you know, black and purples and pinks and whites, and, you know, so that they're not cheesy girl, but they're like awesome girl, you know. You know, the truth is, like, there are a lot of girls who really like girl cars. My daughter's one of them. She's a little older now. She's kind of a tomboy. We used to call her a little bit princess, a little bit rock and roll, but she loves cars. So like, you know, she's fired up to play with them. She's 13. So
also, I noticed that there's certain cars like the Mini Cooper, and the proportions of it are accessible. The tires are kind of big and on the outsides, and it looks cute. It's got some kind of cute forms to it. I noticed a lot of women drive them, but they're really cool looking cars. You know, they have stripes on them and they're hot colors and everything. So I think the kind of notion that you have to make something pink to make a girl is not true. And I think I was trying to get some of those same proportions that are accessible and cute without being aggressive and off-putting to the females. So I'm trying to go for a broad range here, and I think we're pretty successful.
Modari puts a lot of emphasis into building great toy cars. Are there future plans to build products that are not toy cars?
We have lots of plans for expanding this line out and other construction type build yourself. But I want to also say that these aren't so much build it yourself as it's made to be a really quick build. I want you to build quickly and play. Play is the important part. So it's not like you build all day and then sit it on the shelf.
Yeah, the mix and match is kind of like, it's more design than build. They're designing their own car to play with.
Right. So future products, we've got stuff in the lines that we're looking at, but a lot of it's just based on the reaction that we get at the show, and so see what people are asking for. Want to try to keep really in touch with our customer base and see what they're looking for, and instead of pushing stuff on them, let them help us.
And the Kickstarter base. Kickstarter's been cool because we're getting all this interaction with people from Russia and India and Japan and China and, you know, all over the U.S. and all sorts of places. In Israel, we were on a TV show in Israel, which was cool. So that's been a lot of fun. We've gotten all this great input from people all over the place. So.
On your Kickstarter page, you mentioned about 3D printing and how kids or adults could essentially print out their own custom parts. Is this the future of toys?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, a major partner came to us early on in the show and wanted to talk to us about how they could help us. They didn't know we had this as a goal, and they came to us and said, we can build an engine for you. Kids could literally be on their iPads and kind of push and pull and tweak and massage their body parts, hit print, and they get the parts sent to their house. So they have real ownership now. And they, I'm a designer. I want to inspire other kids too. And designing automobiles, is something that is, it's really not done. You build your own Legos, but it looks like a pile of bricks on wheels, right? It doesn't look like a car. So this is really carefully built so that any combination, any way you do it, it looks like a cool design. And that was a real challenge, but I want the kid to have some ownership over that design. And this will give them even further ownership by being able to actually modify it themselves. And they can actually build in parameters, so make sure that the tires don't rub on the parts and things, but give them enough freedom to have some real ownership and maybe inspire some future automobile designers or product designers or people change the world.
We've been telling people, don't tell the kids that they're learning toys. This is a big secret. We don't want them to know that they're actually learning while they're playing with it.
If you had a choice between owning the Batmobile or the James Bond Aston Martin, which car would you ultimately select?
That's not even a question. Aston Martin.
Oh yeah, we want it to look real, not like a fake car. The president's son is the name Modari came from our president's son. Actually got upset at us because we were coming up with toy names, and he was actually kind of mad. Because he's like, this is stupid. You want to drive this thing. I look at it. I want to get in and drive it. It looks real. It's awesome. It needs to sound like one of the, like some Italian supercar or something. So everything, all those end with I. So let's end it with I. And so that's where the mod and RA came from. So
yeah, so modular mod. Yeah.
We want it to look like a real car. So Aston Martin, hands down for me.
Yeah, hands down.
Thanks, gentlemen, and good luck with Modari. To learn more about Modari, visit them at their website at modari.com.